for Peter House. I'm not a great speaker, so I just make it quick and go to the point.
Yeah.
As I have listened to both the applicants of the trade, integration is the most important thing you want to do, and I think my role is particularly important for that one. Well, I have a question for you guys. How can you make friends? You need to interact with them. You cannot walk into a group of 20 people, like 50 people, and then make friends with everybody. And you need to interact with each person individually. That's what I want to do. I want to divide the event into smaller groups of countries, like 5 to 6 countries, instead of doing them either alone or everyone. So if you do all society at one time, it's going to be huge. You require like large amount of human resources and it's require large amount of organization. And after all, people are not close together because you need to do a large amount of work. But for like 2 or 3 countries societies doing together, they have more time to interact with each other, and then they can more focus on what's going on. And that's my point.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
Speech first?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, sorry. Who else is running for society coordinator? Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is David. I'm from Fitzgerald College and I'm doing engineering for my first year. So as an international student, iCUSU is the first community I would think of. And previously, during my experience here for the first year, I get involved mostly in the Chinese Cultural Society CCS with all the other Chinese friends. So I think as an international student, why don't I broaden my activity range? So I had to apply for the society coordinator, because I think society coordinator involves other international societies, including Chinese society, to get involved in this international community. So I would like to be the role that link all the international society together to have fun together. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you. Any questions to these 2 candidates? Yes, please.
You mentioned that you separate them into groups to tackle them, which I thought that's a pretty good idea. But do you have any idea of, like, say, because certain societies are closer to each other, because, for example, for Kumsa, it's Kumasi Malaysian Society, then even within the different, like, CSSA, CUCS, and also the Korean Society. So how you're keeping in mind these, like, and some of them societies don't have good ties with each other. So how you
I can see your point. Now my plan is like the Thai 9 and individual society have their own 9, and I want to combine them into 2 or 3 things in like Thai, Korean, Japanese 9, for example, and they can do their show and then do their food at the same time, so that we can work together and then also bring the mutual interactions, cultural interaction to the same event.
I need to answer this
one. Yeah, you can answer.
Right? So mainly it's about like the form of the activity to actually involve different societies. So actually I had my gap in Hong Kong, and the international environment there is really very diverse and integral. And so one thing I noted that the main thing that will link everyone in different backgrounds together will be food. So and wine and alcohol, yeah. So apparently pub night and like a food night together would be a good thing. So I think maybe organize something like that together, and then maybe like a smaller group would be good. So maybe Chinese society and maybe like Malaysian society and Vietnamese society together, maybe one night together at a Chinese restaurant. So the Chinese students can actually introduce like what the food is like and something culture about it. So something with culture will link actually different societies together.
So I just asked, so I spoke to you again. So I mean, communication with other societies can be quite tough, and also because there's so many different societies. So I mean, it represents a really huge like time commitment. So I mean, I think there are really 2 ways to go about doing it. Either just by emailing them and hoping that everyone responds, so that's really efficient, or maybe like organizing like personal face-to-face meetings. So which of the 2 approaches would you take on?
Well, I would say the personal face-to-face meeting. I know it takes more time and require traveling and all kinds of stuff, But when you talk to each other face to face, you have like emotional interaction, which is much more efficient than maxi mailing, which is just making it non-emotional.
And I mean, in a face-to-face meeting, who would you approach? Would you approach like the president in the society, or because there's different levels of hierarchy in society? So would you go straight for the president, or would you just go for someone that you know well in society and hope that you can escalate the matter?
Actually, I think in each society we will have a publicity officer, and if the president cannot do it, you can have a better alternative, the publicity officer.
Yeah, I would definitely first go to the president, because they are like the representative of their society, and if they are busy or they want to have some, like maybe his or her secretary to talk to me, then I will just talk to them. Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. Now we're having the college coordinator.